Was it?
It was really good.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
It was worth the mess. Welcome into I Cook, You Measure. I'm your host, Jen Mueller, standing alongside a second-round draft pick for the Mariners, a defensive wizard, a third baseman. It is Ben Williamson in the kitchen. Welcome in, Ben.
Thank you.
Now, when we were talking, getting ready for the show, you mentioned that you like pasta and that you have a favorite sauce that you cook, which is typically
Vodka sauce.
Okay, we thought about doing that, and then I thought, but what happens if I just push Ben outside his comfort zone just a little bit? Because if you already have one sauce in the bag, how about if we add just a couple of more tools to that toolkit? So today we are gonna make two different kinds of sauces. Neither of them require cooking. One is going to be a red pepper pesto, and the other is going to be a yogurt lemon harissa sauce. So two different textures, two different flavor profiles. Have I said anything that you would disagree with right off the bat? Because now's the best time to tell me that.
No, those sound awesome.
Okay, well, let's get to work, minus the fact we need just a little bit of wine. How are you at opening wine?
I don't really drink often, so probably not great.
Well, this might be the most entertaining part of the entire show.
Oh, no.
Ben, I'm gonna move this out of the way so we've got a clear camera shot. We are drinking a very special wine today, Angelus. This is from a friend of ours, Amy. You know her mom, Bridget. We both do. Local gal, lives in Bellevue, but makes wine and olive oil in Italy. So we are going to enjoy this with some pasta. I'm gonna have you do the honors. I mean, you know what to look for.
Yeah,
This
I know.
is a good first step. I can make this a little easier,
Am I supposed to peel this off?
That is a great first
Okay.
step. Look at that.
There we go. I know
Okay.
how to get the corkscrew in.
It was
And
just
what
the
to do is
foil
just the
part.
foil
It was
part.
just the foil. Well, if that's the part that you've got the hardest
It's not like the
challenge with.
champagnes where they have the little twisties on it.
Right. Although that does make a very happy sound. You would have experienced that with the playoff run last year.
Oh yeah, that was very exciting.
How many champagne bottles did you shake?
I think 2 or 3, because in Tacoma I did 2, and then the Detroit series we did the 1, so I guess 3.
You have a lot of experience in opening champagne. Why did I not have you open a bottle of champagne? Probably because you would have shook it across my kitchen. You have zero problems.
Oh,
That's okay.
except for the cork breaking.
Yep, okay, so you can do it again. This happens, not a problem. You just do it right over again.
There we go. First try.
There we go. Okay, now let's pour a little bit. I put some glasses over there.
Oh, you want me to pour it too?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't do any good if the wine stays in the bottle, Ben.
How am I doing so far?
Perfect.
There we go.
Excellent pour. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh. Oh, I like that. It's a little dry on the palate. He's just looking at me like I have no idea
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Trust me, it is gonna pair well with our foods. I'm gonna move the wine bottle out of the way so that we've got all of the space that we need to work. Here is what we are making. Both of these recipes are out of Cook-ish, which kind of describes what we're doing today. We're cooking-ish. You are definitely gonna do some measuring though. Let's start off with the red pepper sauce. We need the food processor for this. And the only chopping that you need to do, we are gonna do some manchego cheese with almonds, roasted red pepper, oregano, paprika, and salt.
Okay.
So if you would, we just need to cube up some cheese. And how about if you cube up about, I don't know, that much,
Okay.
all the way down. It's a really dangerous way for me to leave a knife on a cutting board. I'm just gonna have you do that.
Which side do you want? The bigger side or the
Smaller
smaller side?
side.
Okay.
Do you generally use knives for your cooking at home?
Yes.
Okay. Some athletes stay totally away from them.
I'm very particular with my knives. I have to have a sharp knife too.
Everybody should want a sharp knife when they cook. That's the safest way to cook with a knife. Who taught you how to cook?
College.
Really?
Yeah, so I kind of taught myself. I mean, growing up watching my mom cook in the kitchen, I mean, I didn't really get taught hands-on by her, but just watching her and then going to college and realizing that I didn't want to spend money on going out to eat every day. So I had to make some grocery store runs and learn to cook for myself.
You know what? I'm actually going to add just a little bit more.
Okay.
If you would cut just
Is that
a
good?
little, yeah, I think that's going to work. I mean, in my book, you can't have too much cheese. My waistline says otherwise, but in my book, you can't have too much cheese.
Our rule is you can never have too much garlic either if you're making pasta.
I hope that your fiance feels the same way about this. Is she in agreement with that?
I hope so. I think she would be.
Something you should check out before you serve her dinner. Okay, let's add that to the food processor along with 1/3 cup of almonds. So we just have some whole almonds.
For the pesto. Okay.
We'll pulse that and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. Perfect. And I tell you what, why don't you put a pinch of salt in there? And you can either actually pinch it or you can use the...
I don't know if you want my hands going in the salt.
Well, I mean, if you're an Italian cook, I feel like every Italian cook is just gonna take a pinch of salt. Go ahead.
Is this one of the ones that screws on?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. You got it.
How fine do you want it?
So we want it to be like pesto fine. Now we're gonna add some other ingredients to it, but let's pulse it just a little bit more right now. Perfect. Okay, let's finish adding some ingredients. So we need 2 tablespoons of oregano. Here's what I would do. Since we're gonna put it in the food processor, I would actually just strip the oregano leaves.
Okay.
I don't even have to explain what that is. He knows what this is. What is the meal that your mom made that you still request when you go home?
Scallops. She makes a really good scallop and a lemon butter sauce, and it's unbelievable. Some pasta.
Have you tried to make that?
No, I let her handle the scallops. I don't know how to sear them well and then cook them well enough to get them still juicy in the middle. I usually dry them out when I try.
So I would actually put in, so what, I'm gonna help you out with this one. So we take it right here.
Oh, that's
and
way
just
faster.
strip the leaves. Perfect. And I think that's probably good. Let's take some paprika. We're gonna do 1.5 teaspoons of paprika. So you can just use this. There you go. So 3 of those, please.
Okay. Just trying to figure out how much it was. You said 1.5?
1.5.
There we go.
Okay, let's add a little bit of olive oil. This is gonna make it way easier to actually combine. And we are looking for 1/3 cup. Now we're not gonna add this all at one time. So you can either eyeball it because you know the texture that you're looking for in a pesto.
Okay.
Or you can pour it in here and do like half now and then half after we add some red peppers.
Okay.
He's going for safety. Perfect. Now, let's give that a pulse, and we'll add some red peppers. That comes together a lot easier, right?
Yeah.
That helps. Okay, if you would like to, we need 3/4 cup of red peppers. Now, some of this is eyeballing, and kids, you can make your own roasted red peppers at home. We're just making this super easy with ingredients from Safeway. So if you want to take a couple of those out and just kind of set it here, we'll pat them dry so that we don't add any extra liquid to that sauce.
Oh.
That's okay.
Add an extra liquid to the paper towel right there.
But that's what it's for. And we have more than one roll of paper towel should we need it. Let's grab, is there one more like
I think they're falling apart as I'm pulling them out. Oh, there we go.
Let's do that.
Ooh.
Wow.
It might be a little bit much.
I think let's just go with that.
All right.
Okay. Now let's add them in there. And the sauce is just about done.
Give it a couple pulses.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Add a little more olive oil in there. Look at that.
Yeah, it's the texture starting to come pretty good.
Yep. So really, you could put together a pasta sauce with a few ingredients in your pantry.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you could do that with a vodka sauce, but now you've got a few more options.
This is way quicker
Right.
too, because I have to cook the onions, cook all the tomato paste and tomatoes in with it.
Go ahead and give that a pulse. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Here's
Yeah.
what we're gonna do.
Oh yeah, it looks really good.
All right, we're just gonna do a little test. Yeah,
Yeah, it's really good.
I think that's gonna work. I tell you what, we're gonna work on our next sauce after we clean this up and a quick break.
When you shop in the Albertsons app, you can count on us to choose fresh produce, guaranteed. Even if you can't count on Mom to eat her veggies.
I Cook, You Measure is proud to support Game On, so every kid can play.
Family, 1, 2, 3,
Family! Good break.
One of our sauces is down. We have another one to go. This one completely different texture. And I think Ben is going to continue to impress me in the kitchen. I don't have to teach him anything. He knows his way around the kitchen and all of the tools, including what we use this for, which is
It's a zest.
zesting. Do you have your own?
No, but I do travel with like a little kit of kitchen tools that I travel with.
What? For every trip, or for when you go back
no.
and forth?
Just like affiliates, and then back and forth to spring training, and then where I'm at for the season.
Okay, so let me get this right. When you have to pack up your life because you have been optioned or you have been called up, you are trying to get everything together.
Yes.
You're trying to get your clothes, you're trying to get your gear, you're trying to get your car or your transportation, and you are also packing up kitchen utensils.
Yep.
What is in, I've never heard this, what is in your kit of kitchen like utensils, tools, and implements?
Sharp knives, the Pampered Chef little dicer. I have a food processor too.
That you travel with?
Yeah. And then a green pan, because I can't have stuff sticking to my pans.
Oh my gosh. Out of all of the things that I would think don't make the checklist, like it would be stuff in the kitchen. This sauce comes together really quickly as we are boiling our water. I need 3/4 of a cup of whole fats, whole milk yogurt. So here we go.
This one might get messy.
This one could get messy, and it's okay if it's a little bit more, if it's a little bit less. Perfect. Here, I'll do that. If you would
Okay.
grab, let's do 2 tablespoons of harissa. So harissa is going to be a spicy, like pepper sauce, and you can just scoop it straight in there.
I don't think I've ever seen a 2 tablespoon measuring cup.
It's very
Only the
helpful.
1 tablespoon.
I think I've lost my 1 tablespoon, so everything in my house gets measured in 2 tablespoons. Now if you would add 2 tablespoons of honey.
I need to grab that 2 tablespoons back.
I should have caught you on that one. Yes, I was trying to make this super easy. Now we're gonna add, let's say, like a teaspoon of salt. And we'll do some lemon zest and about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So we'll juice like half a lemon in there and perfect.
How much zest do we need?
I love that he's even asking this. Let me take my little, it says 2 teaspoons. What I would say is it's kind of.
Just eyeball it?
I would say eyeball it. What's the treat your mom lets you have after, your mom or dad lets you have after a game?
Ooh. Growing up, it was definitely Slurpees. Yeah.
Was it the Coke Slurpee? The blue?
Cherry Coke.
The cherry
You'd always
Coke.
mix the Coke in with the cherry Slurpee. And my mom would get mad because my dad would always get Slurpees for me and my sister, but she wouldn't do it too because we didn't have that much sugar, so we'd always...
So she was the bad guy.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you want to cut that lemon in half and kind of juice both sides of it. Quality technique right here.
Straight in?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I think we might do with that? We might stir that, mix that, and see if we need more lemon juice.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, I like that. Should be good.
Okay. Ooh, you might want to try that.
Uh-oh.
No,
That didn't sound good.
No, I meant as far as if you wanted more lemon in it. Here's what else we are going to put in it, a little bit of the water from our pasta. And the reason that's important is right now you are still getting a little of the tang from the yogurt. When we add the pasta water to it, it thins it out just a little bit and it mellows out all of those flavors.
Okay.
So if you would like more lemon, add more lemon. If you feel like that's good, then we can leave it as is, okay? We taste as we go. Okay, that looks good for now. How about if we kind of gather ourselves, clean this off, our pasta's cooking, we're almost ready to do a little sampling when we come back.
When you shop in the Albertsons app, you can count on delivery in as soon as 30 minutes. Even if you can't count on your guest list staying small.
Come on in, come on in.
As we continue with our sauce here, here's what we're gonna do. This is a lot of extra pasta water. So when you pour off the water, when you drain the pasta, if you save some of this, and this works for any sauce, but it's particularly effective at thinning out a couple of these. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this. Do you wanna do some whiskey in there? And we don't need to add all of it, but you kind of also don't know how much you're going to need. How does that feel consistency-wise to you? It looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, so let's pause on that one and let's add just a little bit to here to thin that one out. I'm gonna have you do the same thing. And what we're doing with this, when we loosen up that sauce just a little bit, now it's gonna stick to the pasta. And we have the nice like rotini pasta, so it's all spirally, and we want this to stick in all of those little ridges. I feel like just a little bit more. What do you think?
I think for a pesto, it looks pretty good.
I feel like that is good for a pesto. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Before we eat, because you are so good in the kitchen, I'm gonna test you out a little bit with Virtual Master Chef. I'm gonna give you 5 ingredients, and you are gonna tell me what entree you would make with these 5 ingredients, okay? So we're gonna think like all at the same time on a plate somehow. You ready?
Okay.
Tuna, quinoa, red pepper, onion, and white beans.
I mean, I'd probably throw all the last 4 ingredients all in like a little pot. I'd probably saute the peppers, make the quinoa, and then probably throw in the beans. And what was it was peppers, onion. Okay, yeah. Definitely saute the peppers and onions, mix them in with the rice, and then throw the beans in with it after cooking them, and then probably try to sear the tuna and then throw that on top of that.
That sounds pretty good. We'll see how he likes our meal when we come back.
Hey there, it's me. Food. Whenever you need me. I'm ready for you. Especially when you're busy. And you're always busy.
So awesome.
But no matter what, we find time for this. So go ahead and enjoy the moment. Because there's plenty to go around. Keep it easy, my friends. Sincerely, food. Sincerely, Safeway.
Looking for dinner inspiration? Discover quick, delicious recipes in the Meals Hub, only on the Safeway For You app. From easy weeknight meals to on-the-go recipes, your next favorite dish is just a tap away. And with flash delivery, you can get the ingredients at your door in as little as 30 minutes. Dinner solved.
Ben, we were talking before about the event that we were at and how you learned to journal and some of the advice that you were giving to kids. Why is it important for you to give back to kids, or maybe to work with younger baseball players who are still coming up in their career?
Yeah, so for me, baseball has been a really big part of my life up to this point, and I feel like now I have the opportunity to give back through baseball, and that's just, I was telling Bridget that the other night, that giving back through baseball is one of my goals that I've written down in my journal.
And it is not the only sport you played. How close were you to playing another sport, like soccer?
Yeah, so for soccer, I played that through high school, and then I realized it was too much running for me, and had to give that up.
That's what I'm saying. It's way too much running, and it may or may not lead to a score. And I'm not into that. Like, I need a little something more to keep me motivated.
Yeah.
But what did you learn from playing soccer?
That you can tie as well in sports.
I have picked up the fork in anticipation of eating. We have our two sauces in the same bowl. Now, easily if you were doing one or the other, you could toss the pasta together in the sauce. That makes it a lot easier. We do have Parmesan cheese on the pesto. We have feta in mint on our yogurt harissa sauce. So this is a very different flavor profile, but I think it's gonna be fun to taste what we did.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
I'm excited, yeah.
Okay. Which side are you starting with?
I was gonna start with the harissa.
Okay, let's start with that side. That's the perfect bite, I think.
Trying to get some feta in there too.
I know.
It's falling apart on me.
Ooh, I like that kick.
It's really good.
Nick came up at the last minute. I do like that one.
I got it's kind of citrusy with the lemon, and then the mint leaf kind of balances that out.
And the feta is just different and a little salty on that one. Okay, I like that one.
That's really good.
Let's try the next one. So this is our red pepper pesto. Totally different flavor profile.
Yeah.
He's deciding whether he likes it or not.
No, I like it. I definitely like it.
I would say, here's what I'm gonna do just on your behalf, because I would say it needs a little bit of pepper.
Yeah. There's just not as much going on as in the yogurt sauce.
It is a more subtle flavor profile. Try that. I was too busy talking to taste. Bam.
Yeah, it's a lot better
That's
with
what
the
it
pepper,
needed.
yeah.
It just needed a little bit. Okay, well, lesson learned on that one. Stop talking long enough to taste your food. Especially when you're on TV. Okay. Ben, I'm gonna let you eat your pasta while I say goodbye to the peeps for a second, okay? Just remember they can see you the whole time, so don't make a mess.
Okay.
Teasing. We have had so much fun getting to know Ben Williamson and doing that over food and wine, but we know that it is not possible for everybody in our community, which is why for every episode of I Cook, You Measure, a donation is made to a nonprofit working to end food insecurity in our community. To date, more than $30,000 has been donated towards those efforts. Thank you for your continued support by watching. Thank you, Ben, for helping us make this meal.
Yeah, that was fun.
And we will see you next time.
Sweet.
Bam!
I Cook, You Measure is presented by Safeway, who welcomes everyone at the table through the Nourishing Neighbors program. You can donate in stores or by visiting nourishingneighbors.com.